The Four Agreements, A Practical Guide to Personal Freedom, a Toltec Wisdom Book by Don Miguel Ruiz, published in 1997 by Amber Allen Publishing with contributions from Janet Mills, is a transformative self-help book rooted in ancient Toltec wisdom, spanning approximately 160 pages. A global bestseller translated into over 40 languages. It offers 4 principles agreements to break free from societal conditioning or domestication and achieve personal freedom, self-awareness, and a life of love and joy. The book blends spiritual philosophy with practical guidance, presenting a universal code of conduct to awaken from the collective dream of the planet and create a personal reality of authenticity and happiness. Below is a comprehensive summary and detailed explanation of the book's content, weaving together its philosophy, structure, and the meaning, application, challenges, and significance of the 4 agreements within the Toltec framework, updated to incorporate all relevant details as of June 11, 2025. Don Miguel Ruiz, a former surgeon turned spiritual teacher, draws on Toltec philosophy, an ancient Mesoamerican tradition emphasizing self-mastery and transformation. The book introduces the dream of the planet, a collective reality shaped by societal norms, beliefs, and expectations. Through domestication, starting in childhood, individuals adopt these external beliefs via rewards and punishments, forming unconscious agreements that foster fear, self-judgment, and suffering. These fear-based agreements create an internal judge, self-criticism, and victim, self-pity, limiting personal freedom. The 4 agreements serve as a new code of conduct to replace these limiting beliefs, enabling readers to awaken from the societal dream, reclaim their authentic selves, and create a personal heaven on earth, marked by joy, love, and connection. The book's structure includes an introduction to Toltec philosophy, chapters detailing each agreement with anecdotes and metaphors, and guidance on applying them as a lifelong practice. Its conversational style, enriched with metaphors like words as spells and life as a dream, makes complex spiritual ideas accessible, appealing to readers seeking personal growth across cultural and spiritual backgrounds. The first agreement, be impeccable with your word, underscores the sacred power of words, which Ruiz likens to magical spells that shape thoughts, emotions, and reality. To be impeccable derived from Latin without impecere, to sin, means using words with integrity, truth, and kindness, avoiding those that harm oneself or others, such as gossip, lies, or self-criticism. Words are a creative force, planting seeds in the mind that grow into beliefs. Negative speech perpetuates fear and suffering, while impeccable speech fosters love and connection. In the Toltec view, words manifest intent, a core aspect of spiritual practice, and impeccability aligns intent with love, countering domestication's fear-based agreements. For example, a harsh comment can instill doubt, while encouragement inspires confidence. This applies to self-talk, where negative thoughts like, I'm a failure reinforce limiting beliefs, and compassionate self-talk like, I'm growing, builds self-respect. Gossip or slander spreads emotional poison, damaging trust, while impeccable speech uplifts and connects. Practically, this involves speaking truthfully and kindly, avoiding gossip, monitoring self-talk, pausing before speaking to align words with values, and using language to express love and gratitude. Challenges include breaking ingrained habits like casual gossip or self-deprecation, managing emotional triggers that lead to reactive speech, and navigating cultural norms that normalize sarcasm or criticism. This agreement empowers you to take responsibility for the energy you project, creating a reality rooted in authenticity and love, dismantling the societal dream's negative patterns. The second agreement, don't take anything personally, teaches that others' actions, words, or opinions reflect their own beliefs and personal dream, not your inherent worth. Whether someone criticizes, insults, or praises you, their behavior stems from their internal reality shaped by their experiences, emotions, or fears, not your true self. Taking things personally leads to emotional suffering, as you internalize external judgments and tie your self-worth to others' opinions. By not taking things personally, you gain emotional freedom, remaining unshaken by external events. This applies to both negative and positive feedback, as even praise reflects the giver's perspective. Everyone lives in their own dream, interpreting the world through a unique lens. For example, an angry outburst may reflect someone's stress, not your actions. This detaches you from emotional projections, freeing you from the cycle of seeking approval and fearing rejection. Your value is inherent, not defined by external opinions, countering domestication's lesson to seek validation. In the Toltec view, the world mirrors your beliefs, and by not taking things personally, you stop projecting insecurities onto others' actions, aligning with your unchanging self. Practically, this involves reminding yourself, this is about their perspective, not me. Responding to negativity with detachment or curiosity, letting go of the need for approval, accepting compliments graciously without letting them define you, and reframing past hurts as reflections of others' realities. Challenges include managing emotional triggers, especially from loved ones, unlearning societal conditioning that ties self-worth to validation, and overcoming habitual reactions like feeling offended. This agreement fosters emotional sovereignty and self-acceptance, enabling you to navigate relationships and conflicts with clarity and peace. The third agreement, don't make assumptions, addresses the harm caused by assumptions beliefs based on incomplete or imagined information. Assumptions lead to misunderstandings, conflict, and emotional pain because they misrepresent reality. Ruiz explains that we assume others think, feel, or act as we do, creating unspoken expectations that cause disappointment or drama when unmet. The solution is clear communication, asking questions, expressing needs, and seeking truth. This promotes openness and curiosity, fostering trust and understanding in relationships. Assumptions arise when the mind fills gaps in understanding, often based on past experiences or fears. For example, assuming a friend's silence means their upset creates unnecessary conflict. Unspoken expectations, like assuming a partner knows your needs, lead to frustration, blocking authentic connection by replacing reality with projections. Asking questions like, "Can you clarify how you feel?" and expressing yourself honestly prevent misinterpretation, requiring vulnerability but building trust. In Toltec philosophy, assumptions contribute to the mitote, a mental fog of conflicting thoughts, and seeking clarity aligns with truth and awareness. Practically, this means asking direct, respectful questions, expressing needs clearly, challenging assumptions by seeking evidence, practicing active listening, and reflecting on past conflicts to identify where assumptions caused issues. Challenges include overcoming fear of vulnerability or rejection, unlearning cultural habits that assume shared understanding, and investing time to replace judgments with inquiry. This agreement transforms relationships by fostering honesty and mutual understanding, empowering you to take responsibility for communication and align with the Toltec value of truth. The fourth agreement, always do your best, encourages giving your maximum effort in every moment, while accepting that your best varies based on your energy, health, or circumstances. It's not about perfection, but about acting with intention, presence, and self-compassion. Doing your best integrates the other agreements, as living them consistently requires effort. By honoring this principle, you live fully in the present, avoid self-judgment for perceived failures, and align your actions with your true potential, preventing regret by knowing you've done all you could. Your best is dynamic, changing with your state. For example, your best on a low-energy day differs from a high-energy day, and both are valid. This releases guilt or self-punishment, countering the domesticated judge mindset that demands perfection. Impeccability, detachment, and clarity require effort, and this agreement ensures you apply them consistently, even imperfectly. In the Toltec view, life is a warrior's path, where effort and discipline lead to mastery, and doing your best is the warrior's commitment to live with purpose, regardless of outcomes. Practically, this involves approaching tasks with full effort, accepting fluctuations in your best, striving to live the other agreements while forgiving slip-ups, reflecting daily on your commitment, and practicing self-compassion. Challenges include overcoming perfectionist tendencies, resisting external pressures to achieve specific outcomes, and sustaining discipline across all agreements. This agreement fosters mindfulness and self-acceptance, bridging intention and action to make the other agreements a way of life. The four agreements form a holistic framework for personal transformation, addressing speech, emotions, relationships, and action. They work synergistically to dismantle fear-based beliefs and replace them with love-based ones. Impeccability builds self-respect. Detachment fosters emotional freedom. Clarity enhances connections, and effort ensures progress. Together, they empower readers to awaken from the collective dream, rewrite their life story, and embody the Toltec ideal of a warrior living with awareness and love. The agreements align with the Toltec view of life as a dream where humans are artists creating their reality, countering the mitote, mental chaos, and domestication's illusions. The book provides actionable guidance pausing before speaking, reframing others' actions, asking questions, and reflecting on effort making the agreements practical for daily life. Beyond self-help, they offer a path to spiritual awakening, aligning with one's true self. Adopting them requires unlearning ingrained habits, which Ruiz acknowledges takes discipline and patience, presenting this as a warrior's journey of small, consistent steps. The book's 160 pages introduce Toltec philosophy, explain domestication and the dream, detail each agreement with examples, and conclude with guidance on living them as a lifelong practice. Its conversational tone, enriched with metaphors, makes it accessible yet profound, resonating with readers seeking emotional healing and personal growth. In conclusion, The Four Agreements offers a powerful roadmap to personal freedom by replacing fear-based beliefs with love-based ones. By mastering your words, detaching from others' opinions, seeking clarity, and doing your best, you create a reality of joy, authenticity, and connection. These principles challenge readers to shift their perception of themselves and the world, requiring ongoing practice to overcome domestication's hold. The reward is a personal heaven on earth, embodying the Toltec path of self-mastery.